So, now that we've gotten our dumpling mix to set, and I will show you my dumpling mix is set. If you look at it, it's risen and ready to rock and roll, as they would say. And yes, as you see, we have got my, so I'll be frying at electric mark 3, or in Jamaica they would say 3, electric mark 3. Right, now I put my eye, so now we finish that stage and we tell you about the oil and what fire you cook it on. Now we're gonna move on to a stage which is to piece off our dumpling mix, our dough, we would say in the, how should I say it now, the western country. Right, so you just piece off little small pieces, you know, not too big. Obviously when you go to the Caribbean food shops or to the carnival, what you would notice is that they will make you some big dumplings, like massive one, and you know, it's alright, but for me I like it small because then I get to taste the real flavour. And you know, that's just the way it is when it comes to cooking these things at home. So obviously you see where I'm getting like little small pieces, you know, nothing too big, just some little 2 and 3 inches pieces, you know, because this is just the way you do it, the real way. And I tell you something, you see, when these are finished, they come out so nice, I see, man. Right, so now we reach a stage where I'm going to show you how to make the perfect fried dumpling. When I say the perfect fried dumpling, I mean the perfect fried dumpling. Place it in the palm of your hand. Now, where I'm a left hand user, I place it in the palm of my right hand because I use my left hand for the action. If you who is watching this is a right hand user, then you palm in the left hand and you do your thing. Okay? So now, remember, once you palm it in your hand, the thumb is what's going to do the action. So what it is, it's a press and roll. You know, it's like, you know, they sing the song, roll, roll, roll your boat, but it's a press and roll. So it's a press, roll, press, roll. If you notice, I'm using the thumb in the center of the dough. Press, roll, press, roll, press, roll, press, roll. Still using the thumb, we're not changing the thumb. Press, roll, then you should be getting something like this. Then you're going to use the base of your hand, which is this part of your hand. What a lot of people don't realize, I don't know, just to give it a gentle sink. And then you're going to take it and then you're going to do a corner. Or we call it a curve. We call it a corner in Jamaica. A corner is when you edge it to make it just becomes round and perfect. So when you look upon it, it looks something like this. Just round and perfect. And then that's it, you have a perfect fried dumpling. Now you can see we have got my pot rolling, you know, rolling down the riverside. See my dumpling them looking nice and crispy and round there. So what you do now, after you get the first side brown and crispy, you start flip them over, which when I flip you will see for yourself. And you know, you just carry on this process. You carry on this process, and as I said to you before, if you leave it on a really low fire, as you see I've got it on the electric mark 3, what you tend to find is you get them nice and fluff because of the baking powder. Well, a lot of people don't know that, but in saying that, if you don't want to go through that process of back to basic, when, you know, back then when people was more poorer and there weren't no self-raising flour, it was just plain flour, you had to use the baking powder. But now you've got self-raising, it's alright, you can just use self-raising minus the baking powder, just, you know, and then that's that. And we're going through. So at this stage now, it's just simmering, so we're just going to simmer the pot until the dumpling them becomes nice and cooked. And once they're nice and cooked, you know, you just put them on a little dish and then you'll get the finishing touch and then you have your dumpling ready to serve for your part. Now that we've come to this stage where we've fried our dumpling for the, say, 10-15 minutes, and when I say fry, I don't mean fry as in high fry or, you know, those type of fry. It's more like a steam, so it's like a low fire steam fry. When you look at it now, you can see the dumpling is nice and brown and crispy, and what is now, they're ready to come out. So obviously we're going to start taking them out to burn yourself. So you just give them a little shake, so you know some of the oil just releases back in the pot, and you just take them all one by one. And as you can see, you know, they're so brown and crispy and fluffy. You know, like, to me they look like a pillow. We call it fluffy pillow. Yes. So you see, and you do the same thing for all of them. You just take your time. And you just, you know, you just nicely tear them out and you shake them off. And you just look at them. Look how they look beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful fried dumpling. This is what we talk about. Real Caribbean style. You know? This is what Caribbean recipe kits about. When we tell about recipe kits, we tell about the real authentic Caribbean food, you know, and the real authentic we are making it. And look how easy it is. It's not even hard. I tell you, one by one. We just shake them off. Get them started, you know. You look at them and they just look so nice and round and they're ready, you know. So, right. So, when you look at how these have come out, now tell yourself this: I want one of these Caribbean recipe kit, because this is what it will create. It make you feel like you're a master chef. Because I tell you what, right now I feel so good inside. I tell you, I could just dance and sing and say, T's Caribbean recipe kit is something for me. Make me feel so good inside. My recipe kit, you see. Yes, and there you go. T's Caribbean recipe kit, fried dumpling, Caribbean style.